Rolls-Royce Limited 1971 or the aircraft engine of Rolls-Royce Motor Cars is a British automobile company which operates in the field of engineering, design, production, and distribution of luxury cars. The company was founded in 1906 by Charles Rolls and Henry Royce under the name Rolls-Royce Limited. Since 1914, the Rolls-Royce company has also added the design and production of aircraft engines to its production line. In 1971, to prevent the bankruptcy of Rolls-Royce, the assets of this company were declared nationalized by the British government. Then in 1973, Rolls-Royce was separated into two companies and the automotive division was called Rolls-Royce Motors, which is now a subsidiary. It is BMW, and its energy and aerospace industry division was also registered as Rolls-Royce Holdings. History. The origins of Rolls-Royce go back to the end of 1903 and the beginning of 1904, when the company set up its first car manufacturing plant in the city of Manchester in partnership with Henry Royce and Charles Rolls. At the beginning of its activity, this company was registered under the name Rolls-Royce Limited. Frederick Henry Royce was the son of a farmer who had gone bankrupt. Being the youngest child in the family, after the bankruptcy of his father's rental company and his death, he took on the responsibility of providing part of the expenses of his other four siblings. Then he started working in the North British Railways. In his free time, he studied electrical engineering courses, and this study and his inclination towards technical issues led him to establish a relationship with an electrical engineering company. 3 years after spending a short time in a parts manufacturing company, he returned to London and was employed by the Light and Electric Power Company. His duty in this company was to provide lighting for the streets of Liverpool. Before establishing his electrical engineering company in Manchester, he founded and established a company for the supply of electricity in workshops called L.H. Royce. With the little capital he had saved, about £70, it was in this company that he made dynamo and electric cranes, and with the capital obtained, he was able to establish his own factory in Manchester and turn his attention to the manufacture of car engines. Royce's first car was an incomplete French four-wheeler, which replaced another French model. During the years 1901 to 1903, he built two-cylinder Decaville and Beauty engines. This car was an uneven two-cylinder model, which Royce made significant changes in its design and then built his first car called Royce with a two-cylinder engine and 10 horsepower in 1904. Royce made a two-cylinder car, which, although it did not have a special commercial success, was better than its similar French models. Henry met Charles Rolls through the introduction of one of his exhibition managers. Charles Stuart Rolls was the son of Baron Langtock, who had made a considerable success of selling horseless carriages. Charles Rolls was very interested in repairing car engines since childhood. In 1902, he started his work in the field of cars by exporting and importing French cars. Charles built his first car at the age of 18. Before entering Cambridge University. After completing the car design and manufacturing process, he sold all kinds of cars. After Henry Royce produced his exceptional car, Rolls arranged a meeting with him at Manchester's Midland Hotel. The result of this negotiation was the signing of a contract between these two English car manufacturers, which boosted the Royce car by Rolls' capital. Royce produced 5 different models, one with 10 HP, a second with 15 to 20 HP, a 6-cylinder model with 30 HP, and a 4-cylinder with the same power. The above cars were displayed at the Paris Motor Show in December 1904. The partnership of Charles Rolls and Henry Royce led to the establishment of the Rolls-Royce Automobile Company in 1906. In this company, Royce was in charge of segregation and Rolls was in charge of banking and commercial affairs, and also provided the necessary capital to build the next 4-cylinder car. The first car that was sold under the name Rolls-Royce was called Rolls-Royce Silver Cassette, with a 6-cylinder inline engine that was produced in 1906, and in less than a year, it was chosen as the best car of the year in the world. The partnership between Rolls and Royce did not last more than 6 years, as Charles died in a plane crash at the age of 32 on July 12, 1910. He was the first Briton to die in a plane crash. After his death, Henry Royce took over the management of the factory alone. Rolls-Royce Limited. Rolls-Royce Limited was founded by Charles Stuart Rolls and Sir Frederick Henry Royce. From 1914, the design and production department of aircraft engines was added to this collection. During World War I, Henry Royce produced aircraft engines for the British Army. After the end of the war, the production of engine and car chassis started again. He was knighted in 1930 for his excellent services in the field of airplane and car engine manufacturing. Today, Rolls-Royce is one of the most advanced factories in the field of aircraft engine manufacturing, to the extent that the Concorde aircraft engine was made by this factory. After developing the company's factories, in the early post-war years, Rolls-Royce bought the Bentley Company. Henry Royce died at the age of 70 while drawing new designs to increase the speed of his cars. In 1971, Rolls-Royce was crippled by the cost of the RB211 jet engine, which led to the nationalization of the company under the name Rolls-Royce Limited 1971. In 1973, the car production department of this company was separated from the parent company and was named Rolls-Royce Motors. The independence of this company lasted only 7 years, and in 1980, due to management problems, the administration of its automotive department was handed over to Vickers. Rolls-Royce Limited 1971 or the aircraft engine division also continued to operate as a national company, until in 1987, during Margaret Thatcher's privatizations. Rolls-Royce Limited was also privatized and Rolls-Royce was named.